Hello everyone, my name is Rajesh Kumar and I'm your DevOps SRE DevSecOps coach. I have close to 18 plus years of experience working in multiple MNCs around the globe and having in-depth knowledge of DevOps, SRE and DevSecOps. So I would like to introduce you one certification program in a DevOps, and that is we call it DevOps Certified Professional. Now this is a 2 months of program, 25 tools of DevOps you will learn, and apart from that you will also get the access to the LMS, lifetime access to the videos portal. It's a certification program, and you will have 25 assignments and 2 projects along with it. It's a completely weekend program, so here you have classes on Saturday and Sunday. So as part of this course, you will learn multiple things. Here you see that you will learn Linux, AWS, Docker, Jira, Confluence, Python, Git with GitHub, SonarQube, Maven, Gradle, Packer, Artifactory, Selenium, JMeter, Ansible, Kubernetes, Helm, Terraform, Jenkins, Datadog, Splunk, and Neuralink. Now, how do we, apply for this? So how can you reach out to us? So you have a WhatsApp number and email ID, so please reach out to us and we'll help you to onboard this program. Apart from this DevOps certified professional programs, we are offering other certifications as well in a DevSecOps, SRE, and one of the very comprehensive programs which we have is in Master in DevOps Engineering. Yeah, so feel free to get in touch with us and then enroll for it. Thank you. Okay, so today I'm going to help you to understand one platform, container platform, how to monitor Docker using Zabbix. So this is a platform for container, correct? Now, one web server. There are so many web servers. We have Apache, Nginx, IIS, but one demo for each category. One app server. So here, this is app server, and then one database server. Okay. So these are the demo I'll show you today. So now what to do? So let's get started. So
Excuse
first
me.
yeah,
Yesterday you told that you will show that proxy configuration and uh,
that also we can do that. So let me start with that one only in that case. Okay.
okay.
So here, let me start with proxy configurations. So I think we discussed last day proxy, correct? So
Yes, yes.
let's do that Javix proxy. So the proxy discussions we did it, and today I'm going to help you with proxy configuration. So let's do that. So here, what I'm going to do, I am going to get one machine. So let me see which machine I'm using. Ubuntu. So launch machine. This is a proxy, Javix proxy. I'll go for this one and Ubuntu 20. Okay, so configuration you don't need high, small will work for you. And here in Javix proxy, PM file and create it. Now security groups, this is a very bad practice, but I'm opening every um, port. So please, just for the smooth demos, but you will, when it comes for the enterprise and all, you'll have to work on it. So this is the IP address for it. So now let me log into this machine. I have keys and let it come.
Raj, meanwhile, Like the document which you showed, like we are able to access that.
Yeah, yeah, everything is accessible for you.
Okay, so we can try out with the AWS what you are sharing now.
Yes, yes, very much. Whatever I'm doing in the recordings, you can do the same thing. Okay, so I logged into this machine. Let me just improve the colors and all. Bold. Okay, so good to go. So this is the machine I'm going to use for the proxy. So let me start installing it. So now for this, you can copy these commands. So let me show you here. So here, you can check the first Zabbix server. So I think we had installed the Zabbix server latest version, right? All of you, correct now?
Yes, I think yes.
Okay, so let me check that because I are you sure, right? So keys, I forgot what was used. Let me get it. So Zabbix only. So here, so keys should be here, Zabbix and accept. Now Ubuntu and here cdopt. Mm, where I installed which method I used. Let me see that Javix download. So I think let me recollect which method I used. Javix server and this one. So this is for CentOS, but I think I use something similar. Okay, so this is the method I used it. So it should be accessible by default, so I don't need to do that. So MySQL and all, it's there already. So yes, let me access it. So IP address. Anyone remember the user ID and password for this? So IP address, ADMIN, password Rajesh 123 or something? No, ADMIN,
Uh,
ADMIN,
Zabbix, Zabbix only. Admin and
Javix.
Zabbix.
Z capital, I think.
Yep, it worked. Okay, so now this is the one. So this version which is the latest 6.444. So what we should do, we should get this latest one. So if you see my document, don't follow blindly. So here if you see, it's a 5.0, and so let's go for the latest one for Javix proxy. So where to do? So go for 6.4 OS distribution. You have sorry, Ubuntu 20. I am going for it, and proxy. Okay, and that's all. So web server is don't need MySQL and all. So this is the installation document. I mean commands. So if you see that here, 6.4 and good to go. So after this, this will install proxy and some SQL script. So this way it will be good to go. So this is the machine which I am having. Uh, this is a fresh machine, yes. So let me do one thing. Sudo hyphen s sudo touch proxy. I'm creating one file here, so I'll just get to know this is a proxy because I have logged into two machines now. Now let me update this Debian packages. Done. And update this. Done. Now this has to be installed. Also, I'll see, keep reviewing my notes. So if anything additional, I'll get to do that. So here proxy is this one and install this. Good to go. Yes. Now here creating an initial database. Now before creating a database, MySQL server need to be there right now. So that is there. So here that instruction is not there. So for that I will copy the commands here. So it'll be in a recording, so please keep in mind. Okay. So so here what I'm doing, installing the MariaDB. Okay. So this whole things, MariaDB is open source, installing it. So database server you need for the proxy also. So there is a problem is says okay, so there's a problem here. The problem is uh, the version for 20 is not supported, going to be installed. So what to do? So for that I'm thinking, just give me 2 seconds. So uh, what I'm going to do, I'm going to use MySQL MariaDB. What is the problem? 1 to 20, this command will not run. Okay, so this required. So what to do? I'm going to install the MySQL. So for MySQL, I'm going to take the data from here. Okay, this is a. Do you remember how did we install the MySQL last time?
apt install MySQL, I think command is sudo apt
Yeah.
install MySQL.
Okay, so what is the problem? Confusion. So MySQL and MariaDB both are different software. That is a problem. So let me install it using this one. Update. Let me try one more time. No. Okay, no problem. So let me install the MySQL server here. Clear the screen, MySQL server, yes. And after that, start the services. Okay. Ultimately, you should have a database, MySQL or MariaDB, both are okay. MariaDB is open source and discontinue the support. That is a problem actually. So
Raj, one question.
yeah,
We have a database in proxy and we have a database in Zabbix central server, right?
yes, yes.
So it should be both would be same database or we can use different database.
Actually, what happens typically, you can use, see, database will be different. Okay, database will be different. But typically, what happens in organization, they set up one big server and they one database they use for server, one is for proxy. But right now, I don't want to set up a different machine. So server, database server, I'm setting up in the same machine actually.
No,
Got
no,
it?
I understand. My question is like we have a two database, right? One is proxy and one is central server. Like either both database should be same or different. Like
No, both database will be different. No, this is the two
No,
different
no.
the
installation.
two
Uh,
like a
no, no.
version.
His
Like
question
yeah,
is, suppose
Ah, ha, ha, ha. Okay, 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 okay.
main
No,
server
no, no.
thank you.
MariaDB is there. Okay, huh, like
No, no, not a problem. Ultimately, that database should be there. Username and password should be working. There's no version related stuff. What problem we face now is
Both are
MariaDB
different
is
kind of
not.
databases, right? Yeah, this is my SQL and that is my MariaDB. There is any syncing issues, I'm thinking.
Ah, MariaDB and MySQL engine is same, MySQL only. MariaDB is open source of the MariaDB is the open source version of MySQL only.
Oh, like Fedora, Red Hat, RHEL.
Ah, sorry. So both are same database, MySQL, MariaDB, both are open. MySQL was bought by Oracle and MariaDB become open source actually. Okay, so I got this here and now I'm going to run this here. Now run MySQL and changing the password for MySQL syntax error. What is syntax error? Copy paste issues. Done and exit. So my password is this one for root user. Please remember that. Okay, so done. So that I got the server. This work is done. Now here using that you can create one database. User give the all permission and dot dot dot. Now this command is for MariaDB. It will work or not. Let me check with my this documents. And I think it will work. So let's try. So first thing, let's log in to this. My password for is this one. Logged in, and finally you run create a database. You can see that how many databases there. So databases. So you see that only no database Zabbix. Now you have databases Zabbix. Now after that create one user identified by the password. Done. And this will give access Zabbix user to Zabbix database. Done. And then quit. So your database work is done. Now, what you have to do, you have to create a proxy database. It's like a schema. How do you do that? So this you have to run it. Now, what I will do, this I created this blog last year. So just validate if anything changes has happened or not. So after installing this one, I got this one done, no problem. And this is the command. So let me see this SQL script is there or not. So ls is there. So now what I should do, you should run this command. This will create a schemas. Okay, so here username and database uh, here, and this is the one which you created here. So let me run this command. It will take few seconds and it will work for you. So password is password only. So password. Oh, problem. So problem is password. Let me check. User password. That is correct. So username is Javix, correct. So PASSW, I'm saying PASSWRD. Just now I said the proxy. Ooh, I'm just thinking what to do. So password, let me,
Can you go back once? There is a space problem, I think.
is it?
Yeah, Zabbix-u space before
Oh,
P.
no, no, that will work. That will work.
No, no. Can you give hyphen? That is
This
u
one.
Zabbix. The hyphen u user should be different. The argument should be different of that. Yeah. Yes.
This one.
Yeah.
No, 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 that will work. PASSWRD. See, something has happened, copy paste issues. So here I need to change, set up the password. So I'll do one thing. Let me check the official documents. So create user Zabbix password grant. So let me run this one more time. Okay. So login using MySQL -u root enter. MySQL root is not logged in. User root -p. Password was logged in. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to uh, grant the permissions. Enter. It's okay. Uh, that is okay. Granting the permission, that is I did. Now let me set the password also one more time because copy paste mistake can happen. So here I am going to use delete the user. Okay. So let me do that. So go to ChatGPT MySQL command to delete my user. So I'm going to drop this user, and here host name should be localhost because here you used localhost. So localhost. Sorry, username Javix. Okay, so done. And now again I'm going to do the stuff. So here creating a user, copy paste, enter, and grant the permissions. One more time and run this one also. And spelling mistake. Copy and finally quit. So done. Now I will run this command. So should be okay. This will create a schema on the database. So pass password, enter. What is this? I'm creating database. I think made got deleted or something. And here I am going to create one more time and quit. Now let me run password. Wonderful. So I think copy paste mistake was there. So please keep in mind. Okay. So like that. So this will take few seconds and then it will create a schema. Now after this is happening, now you have to move on and just disable some of the options in this. I'll show you this one. Using this you can do as a root only. Now that you have to modify the proxy with the database entry and start and enable this. After that, how to configure, I'll tell you. So just wait for it. Okay, so guys, done. And after that, what we need to do is let me log in as a root. So root here. My password was this one for root. Okay. For the Javix user, it was a password only. Here it is. Now what I am going to do is this you have to set it up for importing the database. So enable this. Done and quit.
Database work is done. Now you need to go to this file and modify this all configurations. So go to this, and here be careful. Go to the data server IP address. Where is your database running? So find out that all those options. Uh,
It
this
should be
file you should
localhost and
this
database.
uh, this file you should do proper study. Okay, everything you have in this one only. So DV name is correct now. Zabbix proxy. So that is correct. Next one is default localhost. So that is done here. That is the default. Okay, so we leave it as it is. And username is Zabbix. So I don't have to change it here because there. And password I need to do that. So what is the password? Password is password. PASSWRD. Here you have matched this. Done. So save it. Okay. Now restart this proxy. This command will work. Look the status. Enable for the next reboot. I'm doing it. Done. So far just we have installed the proxy. Any questions? Any doubts?
The file configuration file, some server and some IP was there, 127 dot loopback address, I think 0.0.1. So
Right.
we need to change that? Means the server IP we need to mention in that, or no, not required?
No. Its localhost was by default, so you don't have to do anything.
No, but where are we mentioning the main server IP in that
Ah,
configuration file?
that I have not done. Just wait for it. Okay. So
Hmm.
now that is the stuff. Now what next? So now your proxy is configured properly, but now proxy need to know where is the server. So again, you have to go to the same file. Okay. And here you have to specify the server IP address and then what is the host name. So now again, you go back to this file one by one. Okay. And here go to and find out the server. Okay, so server is up somewhere on top will be there. So earlier it was local host name. So here host name you can put it up because you may have a multiple proxy, so you can put it up anything, but right now I'll let it be the same thing. I'm not changing, and this is the server. So basically this one is looking the server in the same machine, but right now we have server in some different machine. What is IP address for this? So this will keep changing every restart. So please keep in mind. Done. So this we did it,
Here we
and
can
now
use private also, na private IP.
Better to give
private
host name.
host name, private IP, anything will work. Let me give you the private
Private
IP.
private will be same after means next reboot also, I think. So we
Private
no need.
private is a good practice, but
Uh,
public will also work in this case because I have opened all the firewall. So
right,
that is it.
right.
So that's all. So what we have to do, just a second. So again, after doing the change, just please restart it. So let me do this and copy paste this command for restarting. Enable, I did it. Now, where do you see the logs? So please remember that spend some time, 5-10 minutes for understanding the logs. This is very important for you to build the troubleshooting skills. Okay, so you can see that or this one. So any one of which you will have it. Here it is logs. So here right now I send the data proxy data to server at data and not found because data is not there. I'm not configured the agent for that, so it's not there. Okay, so this is the logs, and so far so good, all of you.
Raj logs location.
This one under the var log. Let me show you here. So cd var log and Zabbix cd Zabbix, and here you have a logs for this. So if it is a proxy log, server log, Zabbix agent log. So
And
this way.
do we need to install agent as well for in the job proxy?
Yeah, for proxy, see, proxy will take, why we use proxy? So proxy will be used by the agent to send the data to proxy, and proxy will send to the server, right? That is a, and whether you make it active or passive, that's up to you. So right now by default active, okay? By default active. So now we have not configured the agent. We'll do that some changes. So remember that earlier when you set up agent, okay, let me draw the pictures, it'll be easy for you. So here earlier what we did, this is the server and this is the agent, and this is the server and this is the agent. And in agent we configure, remember that IP address of server. Now
Yes.
what we will do, we will tell agent, hey agent, don't send the log to, I mean matrices to server, send to proxy, and proxy will send to us to the server. So same thing now you have to do that. Got it?
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah. So
So,
now, yeah, tell me.
and that I understand, like proxy is acting as a load balancer, so it's not connecting directly to the server. My question is,
Right.
do
Yeah.
we really require to install the agent on the proxy server for proxy monitoring?
No, 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 no. It can be different machine also. For the demo, I can use the same machine also.
Yeah, got it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So now, just for the learning purpose, you should know this proxy mode. There is one variable in the file, proxy mode. So by default is active. Okay. But if you think you want to make it uh, just passive, then you can do that. So here, this variable you have to study little bit. Proxy mode, which is here. Okay, so by default it's active, 0 for active, 1 for passive. So right now I'm not discussing passive. I mean, we have discussed yesterday already, but if you want to make it passive, then you have to do that changes. But right now not, it's a default. Server address we change, host name let it be default, DV name we modify, all this thing we did it. So good to go. Now after that, okay, after that you can log into the uh, server and add the proxy for that. So how do we do that? So here, this may be a little older UI because every 2 months 3 months you have a uh, you know uh, changes. So you go to the server, which is here, go to the server, UI administration and proxy. So here administration, and here proxy. Okay. So now there is no proxy, right? So let me create one proxy here. So proxy name, you can keep it whatever, my proxy, or just you know that what to give it as per your things. Now is it active or passive? Of course, by default we are have active. Now what is a proxy address? So proxy address is, you can take a private public both address, no problem. And here encryption we are not using it, so that should be okay. Now also I'll just follow the documents, don't want to rush. So here I did this proxy name, proxy mode, and here I added the name and proxy server address, whatever it is, and then done. Now this is for troubleshooting skills and also that is okay, and add it. Okay, so now just wait for it. Okay, and stuff like that. So this I did it. Now active versus passive we have already discussed, so just I'll ignore it. Okay, this image, all this thing we have discussed. So now what we have done, proxy added. Now uh, this is successfully done. Now only the thing which is pending is this is done, this change is done, this change is done, and now I need to install agent, and I need to tell agent, hey agent, use the proxy instead of server. So let me install the agent now quickly. So go to server, Ubuntu 20, agent 2, agent 1, it's up to you. And here just quickly, I'm doing in the same machine, okay, mind it. So here, and done, done. And here I need to install agent 2. Oops, I made a mistake. Hold on a second. And done. And this is installations. Now this is start. Wait for it. And restart, enable. Here you are doing it. Now you have to configure it. So just wait for a second. Zabbix agent. And here this one. So I'll go for this file, which is agent configuration file, okay, and dup. There's a path change for agent 2, right? So remember that agent 2 is somewhere. Where is this 2? 2, 2. Here it is. So here vi, and carefully modify this server detail, which should be proxy. So here go to, if you find this, please check this out. Here it's the same IP address because my proxy is running on the same IP address, localhost. That should be okay. Correct now? Hello? Yeah. So done. Now restart this. I did not do changes much. So uh, now the idea is here you should have uh, agent, which is you have here sending to proxy, and proxy is sending the data to this one. So I think it should be done, and just wait for a few seconds. And here you should be having the host count 1. So now let me check that if I missed anything. So
Port connection, Raj.
default port, I did not change, customize that. Yeah.
Okay, what is the default? 10050.
So look at this here. Uh, port number is here. Uh, here. So if you see that server is proxy active port is one, hitting at the server on 10051, and agent, active agent is hitting to the proxy 10051. So both active port. Yeah, this first image. Look at this. Got it? Hello?
Yes, Raj. Regarding once to recap active agent and passive agent in an easy way.
Ha. So right now you practice active one, okay? Once you become comfortable, then
No,
you
theoretical.
can.
I want to know what exactly.
Okay, so again, if you can go through the yesterday's recording, it will help you. But yeah, let me share with you same thing. Here, what you need to do, uh, let's say this you want agent, sorry, not this one. This agent you want passive. Okay, so what you need to
Okay.
do, you need to enable that option which I configuration option which I talked about. So here you make it passive, and this will be active on the some port number 10050. Now here, because you set passive, so here you need to configure this one. Okay,
Okay.
and then of sorry, my bad, this was I was showing you. You need to configure these two things. So here what you are saying, here you see that server active, which is 10.2.2, which is the address of this one. So you set it up here. Now proxy mode 0 is equal to active, but 1 is passive. And then when you start, so this proxy will be getting the data from the this one, will pulling the data from this one like this. And then depends on what you have set up here, again follow the same thing. So first you do one thing, don't get confused here and all.
Okay.
First you do
I just want
active
to know the
everywhere.
difference between active and passive. That's it.
So difference is like active will send the data to the server or proxy.
Okay.
Passive will not send the data. Passive will wait for someone to pick the data. So see here, here this is a passive because here you see arrow, someone is pulling the data at the
Okay.
this agent. But here you see
Okay.
the active which is sending the data automatically. Got it?
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so let me check this, refresh. Mm, mm, just a second.
Ubuntu, right?
Yeah, where do you saw?
No, I'm recollecting.
Okay, search is very poor actually, that is a problem.
Yes.
Okay, so I'll just select anything blindly. Uh, okay, and host group, I'll keep it Linux server and should be proxy, my proxy, monitored by my proxy enabled. Done. So just wait for this one. It should be up in few seconds. Okay, so this is the one. So again, let's review this stuff, what you did. So first thing, you need to install the latest version, just is the older version, and database setup, create a user and password, schema update. Okay, again, follow the official documents. Again, started the proxy, then inform proxy where's the server and database. All this thing, enable the proxy mode, always active right now, use it. These are the log locations, just for understanding purpose. After that, you go to the server and add a proxy, just like I did it. And after that, check the logs and add the host. That's all. You have to do that. So that is something which you have to do that. Any questions so far?
the port 10050.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, can we check the logs?
Yeah.
So Raj, last time I remember you mentioned regarding this only that push based and pull based.
Yeah. So see again, you are getting confused. It's the same thing. Push is equal to active.
Active, yes.
Pull is equal to passive.
That's-
Default is active everything. To make it passive, you have to make passive mode is equal to 0. Oh, sorry, 1. My bad.
One.
1. Yeah.
So default passive mode is equal 0.
Yes. Here you can see the logs here. Uh, Still,
Agent logs or proxy? Okay, proxy logs.
yeah. Agent logs, you can see that in the same directory, var log Zabbix, and this is the agent log. Let me first check the agent log. So here you see no active check. No active check means from here it has not pushed so far. So uh,
Actually, IP address,
um,
if you see in the agent IP address, you have given the loopback IP address. I think you need to give that 159 there.
this one, wait a second,
Now restart this.
just a second. Mm, my proxy, monitor by proxy enabled. This is the port. Should be okay now. So they have to send the data from here, then only it will start monitoring. So just wait for it. You can also uh,
Do we need to restart the agent?
no, not required. Automatically it will happen. I'm just pinging that whether it's pingable or not. Wait a second. So I'll just check the port number. So here Javik sir is talking to the active one, and active one 10051. So that is a server port, and 10051. That's correct. So 51 and 51 will print to this one. That's correct. So setup is correct. Seems to be correct. Pinging is not happening. Okay, there's some network issues actually. So here interface 10051. So 10051. That's correct. Okay, this was a problem actually. IP address 10051. My proxy update. Now let me ping this. Why the ping is not working?
Can you try from command prompt ping response?
Yes, that is a good idea. Ping IP address for It should be pinging because there's no problem. It's pinging here. Why this problem is there?
If you would have any issues with our channel membership, you can drop an email to us at contact@debugschool.com, or you can also unsubscribe from channel membership anytime if you don't want to continue or did not like the video.
Please be kind enough to like it, and you can comment any of your doubts and queries. We will reply to them at the earliest.
Thanks for watching.